Hi Sagittarius, I'm Anisha. You can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. You can also visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com, and this is your monthly forecast for August 2015. Sagittarians, it's quite a potent month for you. We have Saturn that is going direct in Scorpio, and you will only see this aspect again in 27 years. We also have Jupiter that is going to be entering Virgo for the first time in 12 years, and we have the beautiful Venus, and she's retrograde the entire month. So we begin this month with Saturn that is going direct in Scorpio, and it's happening on the 2nd of August. It's aspecting a part of your chart that speaks about behind the scenes activities. It speaks about spirituality. It speaks about psychic things. It speaks about compassion. It speaks about being drawn to things that are more behind the scenes. It also speaks about hospitals, confinement. At times it also speaks about being a prisoner in your own mind, and which Saturn has been playing a bit back and forth for you in this particular house. And this month Saturn is going to be speaking about not just focusing too much on self as far as solitude is concerned, as far as maybe things that psychologically have been bothering you. Maybe there is something that you are unable to sort of get past in your own head in order to be moving to the next phase of your life. And this really speaks about your emotional well-being. In certain cases, this speaks about certain deep-seated patterns which you're unable to let go of. In certain cases, it also speaks about addictions. It speaks about alcoholism. It speaks about drug abuse, and it also speaks about mental illness. Now Saturn being direct over here is just going to be making you more responsible. It's just highlighting this entire area of your life, and it's asking you to transform. Saturn is all about transformation, and this opportunity you will only get to do again after 27 years. So Saturn over here is going to be saying that the sense of feeling lonely, or this deep-seatedness of feeling isolated, even though you're surrounded with friends, even though you may have someone who you're in a relationship with, but still this sense of feeling, lonesome by lonesome, and not being able to really connect with someone or not have that trust. It really has to do with either being scarred very badly in the past because of a relationship, and you're not able to heal, you're not able to get past that. Is hence, despite a lot of you will be traveling a lot with friends, a lot of you will be on the surface of it, will be leading a what seems like a very a fun-filled, satisfied life, but there would be a space in you where there's this constant void that is there, and you're not sort of able to bridge it, you're not able to heal it. And Saturn over here is asking you to transform. It's asking you to change. It's saying, you need to be letting go of that baggage. You need to be letting go, whether there's that pattern of thinking, that pattern of feeling, misery loves company. And at times we get quite used to being in a certain way. We get used to feeling isolated. We get used to not being in a relationship, or we get used to living with that void in our lives. And, we become quite matter of fact with it, that yeah, I feel that way, but you know what, it's all right, I'm sure others have it worse, and so on and so forth. But this is a time where Saturn is saying change. It does not have to be like this. You don't have to sort of be the Atlas who's carrying the entire world on its shoulders. And it's a time where you should learn to embrace your guilt. Learn to embrace your guilt. Learn to embrace your fears. Learn to embrace your insecurities, your shortcomings, this sense of whether it's a lack of self-esteem or lack of sense of self-worth is there. Just embrace it this month, Sagittarians. Don't sort of, even if there's this huge guilt of something that happened in the past, don't let it hold you on to be leading a far more enriching life. So do that this month for yourself. We have Jupiter that is going to be entering Virgo, and this is happening for the first time in 12 years. And Jupiter is entering a part of your chart that speaks about your career. It speaks about your public standing, your reputation, And Jupiter is a great benefactor, he's the sky. Anything that Jupiter touches, it just expands, and he's a great benefactor. But Jupiter in this aspect is detriment, which basically means that he is feeling slightly constrictive, he's feeling little confined. Now that doesn't mean it's not retrograde, and he is not also in a negative space, but a detriment placement normally means that a planet is not able to live up to its full potential. The exuberance is tempered. It's a mellow energy. It's not like a full blast thing, which in a way I think is also good, because Jupiter tends to overindulge everything that it touches. It's really larger than life. It makes you over optimistic. In certain cases, it makes you take risks which otherwise you won't. It's just a sense of feeling, really everything is going to be okay. I'm going to go out and get it, and it does that. But over here with your, so not to say good things are not going to be happening at your workplace, or at your where public reputation is concerned. But Jupiter also, in this particular aspect, the detriment aspect also speaks about being you should be a little cautionary, So while it looks all good at work, and socially you're going to be, asked, there's going to be a lot of invitations, and you're going to be asked out a lot. But it's just a time wherein that you will have to make certain adjustments as far as maybe your expectations out of your career are, or maybe how it is that you perceive of yourself socially, maybe the kind of accolades or the promotion or the money that you thought will happen with your career, it's not happening. Okay, so there's nothing to earth shattering. It's just a phase. You just need to sort of manage it. There's nothing bad or horrible that's about it. It's also that during this time, your peers, authority figures are going to be looking at you with very positively. So you're going to be having all the support, the backup of your bosses, and you're going to be looked upon as this achiever, as this go-getter, this person who goes out and gets work done. So all that is fine. It's just that your own expectations of yourself, of your work, of your own public standing will not be as much as you thought that they would be. So that is what it is. And it's also a time where Venus, that's the goddess of love, beauty and sex, and also money, and she's going to be going retrograde the entire month. In fact, this aspect all of us astrologers are talking a lot about, because it's one of the huge planetary movements this year. And Venus retrograde does not happen that often as a Mercury retrograde, so it's that much more complex, so you have to take it a little bit more seriously. And it's happening in a part of your chart that speaks about higher mind, and it speaks about travel. And it's a time wherein that this retrograde is going to be urging you that maybe the amount that you should be learning, maybe somewhere your learning has got stagnated. Maybe you're not striving that much more to learn or acquire knowledge as you were. Maybe that hunger is not there. Maybe there is some amount of rust that has got accumulated. Maybe you need to be pushing yourself more, and you need to be learning more skills. Maybe adding a little bit more onto your workspace than you are now. Maybe you're not really striving and you're not doing much. This is also a time wherein that larger plans, ideas, philosophy, it's not going to be interesting you so much. You are not going to be very taken in. You're not going to be very impressed by all that, and you're going to be more interested in ground reality, in solutions, and lesser of a conversation that is there. And it's also a time wherein that you could be in a phase in life where you'll realize that something that you cared for deeply does not hold, you don't value it anymore. It has ceased to have that kind of value that it used to in the past, and you're just sort of dragging it now. It could be an ideal in your mind. It could be as to what it is that you think about. Maybe it's a particular relationship. Maybe it's the way that you think of how a relationship should be, or maybe you feel you've been dating for a long time, you should get married, and now it doesn't hold so true. When you look at it, you feel that that idea is sort of it's died a natural death. You don't hold on, or that pressure on to that bit of it has maybe got eased off by you yourself. So it's not as if that somebody else could be pressurizing you. It's also a time wherein a certain relationship, if it's become a burden, you should let go of it, Sagittarians. I think somewhere you're just sort of dragging it along for the sake that it should be, and it's sort of done its time. So let it be. It does not have the meaning that it had couple of years back, and it's really done its time. During a Venus retrograde, it's a good time to be budgeting. It's a good time to be taking care of your finances, reassess, relook at your finances. Not a great time to be buying big ticket items. Don't invest too much into even redoing your house or buying that Gucci bag, or doing a complete wardrobe change, or doing your hair differently, drastically, or even a cosmetic correction surgery. Just sort of stay away from all of these things, Sagittarians. They're just generally, little dicey around a Venus retrograde. Now, Venus also affects possessions and relationships, and Venus is going to be asking you in fact, that's what Venus is asking all of us very, very critically. What is it that you value? And this is the key question for you, Sagittarius, as far as your work is concerned, as far as your relationships is concerned, as far as your own ideals, conditioning is concerned. What is it that you value is a key question that you need to be answering yourself this month. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Sagittarians. Have a brilliant August. I'll see you soon, and thank you so much for watching.